against Michael Plummer. Both these players 11-1. They're both kind of killing it this weekend. I like it. Here we go. Give him the green light. This is pretty close to a win-in match.
Yes, at 11-1. 12 should be the magic number, I would imagine. And
slowing down with the Mox.
Yes.
Slowing
it's a very mid-range opening here of Mox Diamond into a turn 1 2-mana play.
Slowed his deck down, did David Long. Let's see what Michael's got. Michael going to sacrifice blue to Delta.
Kill him. Get a Tidespout Tyrant, and you know what I want you to do?
Bounce that Mox.
Put that Mox back
I know where you want that Mox to be. I know that. This will be an Entomb. I think that's a Tidespout Tyrant. Just a different art. All right, Lotus Petal. Reanimate that. Jeez. We are not messing around here.
See, this is a less of a mid-range opening here from Plummer.
This one's much faster, yeah.
Yeah, this is more of a, I guess, more of a beatdown draw, you would call it.
Yeah, I would. Whereas Longs is not.
Very mid-rangey.
Yes. I'm glad we agree. Tidespout Tyrant bounces the Dark Confidant via the Lotus Petal. All right, Dark Depths. Got some difficulty against that thing.
I mean, as long as Plummer can keep an instant available to cast, this is a very hard way to do it.
Here's an Inquisition of Kozilek. Exhume will leave. Inkwell, Leviathan, and Volcanic Island in hand.
So nothing he can cast, that's something.
Mm-hmm. There's Dark Confidant again. Pass the turn back. Plummer will draw. Plummer's got to keep the spells up.
Yeah, his hand's quite soft. I mean, obviously his opening was great, but...
Mm-hmm. All right, reveal Sylvan Library. Oof, wasn't expecting that. Sylvan Safekeeper in hand now for David Long, too. So trying to get a little something set up here is D. Long. Here comes Dark Confidant. Plummer down to 9. All right, what's the follow-up? Maybe time for a Hex Mage? Yes. And now the Sylvan Safekeeper, isn't it? Yep. Very, very nice. David Long's going to take a look at Sylvan Safekeeper. We're going to do the same thing here. Sylvan Safekeeper, a former invitational card.
Yes.
From Ollie Rod, which is pretty cool. You can use this wizard to sacrifice a land, and target creature you control can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn.
So really good setup here for Long, as he can sacrifice the Hex Mage, make a Merit Lage, and still have the ability to give it untargetable in the event that Plummer has an instant with the Tidespout Tyrant.
Mm-hmm. Time to make a 2020.
I think Plummer's hand is a animate that plus a land.
Oh, that Inkwell that was in there?
Right, and if that's the case, then he's just beat here.
It'll be a tough game to win. And David Long will draw a card. He's got a 2020 avatar token. And here they all come. Good attack there by Long, getting those extra points of damage in.
It matters against decks that play Reanimate.
Yes.
The little shots you get in are relevant.
Very, very good attack there by David. Would have been easy just to attack with the 2020, but I love the attack with the other creatures. Get your damage in. Obviously, Michael's got to block the avatar token. Now here's Animate Dead that's going to target the Tidespal Tyrant, so that's going to get to come back. Presumably. Not a guarantee. Long might have something like maybe an Abrupt Decay here.
Is it crop rotation? He's got 4.
Bazooka Bog at all?
He does have a Bazooka Bog, yes.
Okay. Well, there is crop rotation.
And that will do it.
Yes, it will. Bazooka Bog will take care of the Tidespal Tyrant. And David Long will win game number 1 here over Michael Plummer. Golgari Depths is going to take care of Grixis Reanimator. 2020 Sylvan Safekeeper, just a little too much for Michael Plummer to be able to handle. So we go to the sideboards here, and we'll start with Plummer, who's got 3 Show and Tells, 2 Massacres, 2 Echoing Truths, 2 Pithing Needles, and 6 1-ofs here in a Braid, Stronghold Gambit, Coffin Purge, Iona, Shield of Nymeria, Flusterstorm, and the very powerful Grave Titan.
I like the 2 copies of Pithing Needle and the Echoing Truths here as a little bit of interaction with the combo. Past that, maybe Iona's better than a different Reanimate target, but Long does everything so fast through multiple different colors that I'm not sure if that's a productive route.
Okay. Well, Long has got an interesting sideboard here with 3 Dreaded Knights, 2 Surgical Extractions, 2 Green Sun Zeniths, 2 Duress. A Tireless Tracker, Liliana the Last, a Begatic Teague, a Dryad Arbor, a Caracas, and a Pithing Needle. I think maybe just Caracas?
Well, I think Caracas, Duress, Surgical Extraction are all good upgrades here. The Needle as well.
What are we needling? Gristlebrand, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah. You just have to beat the big flyer. You can probably just needle Gristlebrand, then Caracas it.
Yeah.
Via crop rotation, as we saw in that last game.
Right. Yeah, normally I'm not a big fan of Needle against these sort of Reanimator decks, but when you have Caracas as well, I think that's a good setup.
Makes some sense. Makes some sense. Well, those are the options there for both players. And game number 2 will be underway here in just a bit. Michael Plummer will be on the play here in game number 2. While we wait on that, we work on this, the StarCityGames.com YouTube page, where we've got a ton of fantastic, unique content for you to be able to view. We got over 150,000 subscribers, so you can become one today if you are not. But if you do, you'll get notifications for when the Versus series goes live with Todd Anderson, Todd Stevens, Ross Merriam, and, of course, Brad Nelson. Sometimes we throw in a little Jim Davis action in there, too. And now we've been switching our Versus series to have it live every Tuesday and Thursday starting next week. So make sure you do join us next Tuesday at 1 p.m. East Coast time. We'll do a little Versus live. Same thing can be said for Thursday as well. Commander Versus with Jeremy Knoll, Justin Parnell, Stephen Green, John Suarez. That fantastic group of players. Always a lot of fun to watch. Flashback with many of our favorite content producers at Star City Games, including Todd Anderson, Jim Davis, and Brad Nelson. Best of the SCG Tour and a whole bunch more. Subscribe today at youtube.com/StarCityGames. Again, become one of over 150,000 subscribers, and we thank each and every one of you for subscribing. David Long looking to make another top 8 here, and it is notable. It is notable. He has gotten away from lands and has made the switch to Dark Depths. Has a 34-year-old from Washington, D.C. with his 8 open top 8s. He's got a Ph.D. in chemistry, loves himself some Ultimate Frisbee, and is a big college football fan, is David Long. He also really, really likes making a 2020.
Yeah, lands and Dark Depths, the Hexmage deck, have that in common. The output, just a 2020.
Yeah, however he can make it, that's what he's going to do. PhD in chemistry, I bet that's hard.
Yes. Yes, that sounds
yeah,
right.
That sounds difficult. What's harder, PhD in chemistry or ultimate frisbee? Ultimate frisbee is hard.
Probably getting a PhD in chemistry.
Bad at frisbee. Like,
not good at it either.
I can't even throw a frisbee.
I'm not good at it either. And let me tell you, I am in the wrong city for being bad at frisbee now.
Oh, Denver, is that a big thing? That's a big thing there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Had no idea. I believe it, actually. I believe it. I could never really get it. I could never really just figure out how to throw a frisbee. It's
very common in the park.
Yeah.
So, you know, occasionally one lands near me and I just roll it back.
You lost this.
Yeah, you lost.
This is yours.
Yeah.
See a Lotus Petal and a Bloodstained Mire for Michael Plummer to start for David Long. He'll begin things with an Urborg. And slowing his draw down with that Mox Diamond. Discarding a Bayou. And passing the turn back. To Michael Plummer, we're going to go. Volcanic Island. And Michael just passed the turn back, so not a ton going on there. Let's see what David Long is up to here.
I believe Plummer might have cited in his copies of Show and Tell.
Wouldn't surprise me. No real drawback.
I don't know. I mean, Long is a deck that combos out through permanents.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're just getting the better end of it if you're Michael.
Yep. That's fair. I think more often than not that's the case. But it's not zero risk, as Long gets to go first on the attack. So if you give him the last piece of the combo, then the Show and Tell might not end up being bad for you.
You can see Michael's hand is pretty reactive right now. He's got the Show and Tell in hand along with the Force of Will and Echoing Truth. A Reanimate in hand as well. So he just doesn't really have any way to put a large threat on the battlefield just yet. He's either missing it from the draw step or missing an Entomb-esque card. Because there's another Mox. Discarding a Caracas. And David Long's just going to pass the turn back. So looks like David doesn't want to make a move just yet. Michael is going. Oof.
Cool boy. Ooh. That is a lot to unpack right there.
Yeah, that's an Echoing Truth. That is a beating.
So setting aside the card advantage, it also would set Long to not have green mana. So then you can't crop rotation for a Bojuka Bog.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a really good-looking Echoing Truth right now.
Long is going to have a response. I'm curious to see what it's going to be. Part of me wants it just to be to take a counter on the Dark Depths. That's it. Here's crop rotation. Let's see if this resolves. Looks like it won't. Force of Will and Show and Tell. Wow, David Long has been.
I mean, he's just out of resources to work with now.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He'll be left with just a Dark Depths.
What a huge beating of a turn.
That is one of the better Echoing Truths I've seen.
Back over to Michael now. Now can Michael assemble a way to get a threat on the battlefield? He'll start with a Careful Study. So this is an attempt to do so. Does have Reanimate in hand. Don't forget that. Discard Exhume and Thoughtseize. Now he'll crack that Mire. There's an Underground Sea. Preordain. Scry 2. I got a feeling those are going to the bottom. Yep. A couple of lands there, it looked like. Mystery card coming here from the Preordain. Pass that turn back. Let's go back over to David Long now, who was set back to the Stone Age via Echoing Truth and Force of Will. Misty Rainforest. He'll pass. Go back over to Michael.
Down to 3 cards in hand, I believe, of which Plummer knows 2 of them are Mox Diamonds. If he's got the pieces to go for a combo this turn, I would not be surprised if he did it.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop him at this point. I think it'd be totally worth doing. There's Gristlebrand and Lotus Petal. Now here's a good time to reanimate. Gonna try to reanimate Gristlebrand. Long could have ooh, he's got Surgical. Nice.
Surgical's very good here.
That is good. Show you Exhume in hand, that's it. So Gristlebrands are going to get exiled here. Surgical Extraction continues to be a thorn in Reanimator's side.
And this deck is a bunch of Gristlebrands and then some one-ofs here. So there aren't that many threats left to reanimate. And some of the ones that he can reanimate aren't necessarily good.
Gristlebrands are leaving. Long going to get a good look at the deck, see how many Gristlebrands are there, see what other threats he has to worry about being reanimated, all that good stuff. Three Gristlebrands will bite the dust, and it looks as though Michael Plummer is only playing 3 Gristlebrands, so there you go. Bayou there for Long. He's going to get a little look here at Michael Plummer's graveyard just to make sure he knows everything that's going on. Long will play a Forest. Dark Confidant. All right, well, that gives him a way to reassemble. Some more draw steps and all that jazz.
And Plummer isn't really close to anything right now.
No, he is not. Reveal Dark Confidant will David Long. He'll take 2 for doing that. Draw a card for the turn. You got to remember, it does not take all that long to assemble a 2020. Really not that difficult of a thing to do. Another Dark Confidant's not bad, though. You have more cards, maybe some lands to discard to those Moxes, all that good stuff. Let's see what we got here. As Plummer's reaching for some mana. Going to play Is It Charm. It's going to, looks like draw 2 and discard 2 from the Charm. Looks like just a couple of lands were found. Nothing too crazy going on there. Crop rotation of the reveal. Next one, Bayou. Draw for the turn. Dark Confidant rebuilding some card advantage here.
Well, also now Long has just a path to Merit Lage next turn if he wants it with the crop rotation and all the mana.
Making it look pretty easy now is David Long. Perhaps Long casts a discard spell if he's found one. Going to play Duress. There goes the Exhume, and just a land left in hand.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a land. And Long will pass the turn back. All Plummer can do is draw and pass. So, Wasteland is 1. And a crop rotation is 2. Keep in mind the crop rotations are very good here too, because not only are they able to find Thespian Stage, but Bojuka Bog for protection.
Yeah. It's proactive and reactive depending on how Long wants to play it.
Surprisingly good card is crop rotation. think it gets a little underrepresented for just how powerful it is.
Yeah.
And not talked about enough as being one of Legacy's best cards. There's Vampire Hexmage. There's a Mox.
It's much the same thing as Goblin Welder, where you can do a lot of powerful things in Legacy without working that hard. So the cards that ask you to work hard to maximize them often get a little underrepresented. But Crop Rotation's an incredible Magic card, especially with just the range of lands afforded to you in Legacy.
Yeah. And Plummer's going to pack it in, as David Long's going to win this game in match here over Michael Plummer. 2-0. Golgari Depth's going to take care of Grixis Reanimator. And as good as a beating as that was, with that